Hey everybody, welcome into the Fort Worth Christian Coaches Show, where it's always great to be a Cardinal. We're going three wide on the show this morning. Welcome in our offensive coordinator, Jacob Land. Coach, great to see you this morning.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Also, Coach Hudgens. Coach, great to see you guys.
Always.
You know, we're having a great big show because the Cardinals put on a great big show the Friday night before last with our first district win. Coach, let's talk a little bit about that.
Let's do it. It was just great to go 1-0 in district. First off, start off on the right foot there. And we got some things we can clean up, things we can work on to get better as we go through the rest of district. But had some guys step up in some crucial roles and just really just perform at a good level.
No, obviously. Now, Coach Land, on the offensive side, it looks like we finally established a running back. You know, Case Baldwin went for over 100 yards. I think Jamal had several great catches again. Talk a little bit about the offense and how that kind of worked in our favor to go 1-0 in district.
Yeah, so the first few weeks of the year, you know, it was really kind of the Chance Looper show. And with Carson being, you know, giving him the ball, you know, in spots, and Looper making a lot of plays. And so as the years progressed, we're trying to find a running back. Billy Fulbright was that guy for us at the beginning of the year, and his tailbone kind of acted up. And in the meantime, Case kind of stepped up and has kind of taken the reins of that position. He kind of hadn't letting it go. So we had a great performance 2 Friday nights ago, and Jamal on the other side of Chance really showed out. When Chance gets doubled or the coverage kind of goes to his side, it's a good chance for Jamal to kind of take a step forward. And
well, that's a good deal. And whenever, you know, again, Coach and I talk about this every week, but when you're establishing a program and you're you know, with a fresh approach, you know, and you look like you only had one weapon, and now you have several weapons that are emerging. Talk a little bit about the maturity of those guys that are stepping up.
Yeah, Jamal's been big. He really has. I mean, I think he went for over 150 yards receiving last week, and when he's singled covered, I mean, I feel very confident that no one can cover him. You know, and so that's a huge thing, not only for us as an offense, but you know, even for Looper getting back to getting single coverage. And Carson now has a couple of weapons he can go to, and with Case Baldwin being able to run the football, you know, our line has really done a good job this year, and it's been difficult some games, but I really feel like Case is the guy that he's just tough, and he's going to stick his nose in the hole and get what he can get. A couple runs he kind of busted last week, and now we're just trying to finish off some drives.
No, absolutely. Coach, defensively, you know, we look good. You know, we prepared all week for a real good running back with a lot of power and speed, and we contained and shut him down. So from a defensive standpoint, kind of grade your guys.
Man, their effort was great. We talked all week about swarming to the football, and they did a good job. I mean, I think that's the first time he's been held under 150, much less 100. So for us to do that was big. It gave us a shot at getting more possessions because they were limited in their drives. Up front, the defensive line just did a solid job. Linebackers filled, and safeties came down when they needed to, and we trusted our corners on an island. And it got us once, but outside of that, it was a pretty solid effort. Zach Strickland just even came through with a big sack there towards the end to give us some more momentum, and it was good to see a junior do that. It's kind of you know, he's been hampered with a hand injury, and he finally got the club off, and he was able to get that play. That was good.
Just in time for district, man. It's always great to make those big plays in district. You know, like we talked about last week, it's the quality of our competition that we've played that I feel as fans, you know, has brought us to this point in our season. So let's talk a little bit about this week. You know, what are we looking at? I know Legacy kind of runs a different style of offense. So defensively, what's that going to look like for the Cardinals this week?
It's just going to have to be responsible, really option sound defensively. Being sure we do our job, not trying to do somebody else's job, not thinking someone's not going to do their job, just trusting your teammates to do their job ultimately, and not letting them fall forward. I mean, this kind of offense is predicated on, you know, 3 yards in a cloud of dust, and you know, the weather's probably going to be against us tomorrow night, so it's no secret to where it's going to lie. So our guys are going to be up for the challenge.
So offensively, you know, with obviously with inclement weather, I mean, you're still going to throw the ball a little bit, but you know, we're going to depend again on our big running attack, right?
Yeah, definitely so. Obviously, we're going to throw the ball as much as possible, but with the rain coming, we got to be prepared to run it. They'll play a 4-3 type defense, and they're going to blitz a lot, which is going to cause a lot of problems for us. So we'll have some negative plays, but you know, it's that next play mentality, because when you do blitz a lot, there are going to be some holes open up and some big play possibilities. So we got to be prepared for that, to take a loss or two, but also to be ready play the next play.
Yeah, pop a big play out there. So talk to me a little bit about the bye week. You know, as you're putting in a new offense, a bye week is a good time to put some new stuff in. How are we coming along on the offense percentage-wise of completion?
You know, we're kind of around 50-50 right now. A lot early in the year, we put a lot on Carson, you know, because of our running game. We had a little struggles there. Billy being out, kind of searching for that running back. We put a lot on Carson, put a lot on the passing game, and you know, the completion percentage is not where we want it to be. But at the same time, I feel like, you know, with the emergence of Jamal and obviously Looper being out there, I really feel like we're spreading the ball around a lot. Those two guys, and with the running back now, it's difficult to defend us when you have three guys out there that can do some things with the ball in their hands, and you also have Carson that can run the ball. You know, he's really been our leading rusher, I think, throughout the year. So really adding him in there, you got four guys that can do a lot of damage with the ball. In the bye week, I touched on it a little bit. You know, we had some red zone issues 2 weeks ago against Southwest. We were down there 7 times inside the 25 and only scored 2 touchdowns. 6 times inside the 20 and only scored 1 touchdown. So we worked a lot of that. We emphasized that. We were very intentional on coaching that and stressing that we've got to score when we get down there.
Oh, absolutely. And we got to finish drives, right?
Yes.
You know, for this team to go deep into the district and with a chance for a title and into the playoffs, it's about finishing and making people pay when they give you those opportunities.
Absolutely.
So, Coach Land, obviously it's your first season as well with us. Talk a little bit about where you came from, your history, and all, how you wound up here at Fort Worth Christian.
So I'm originally from Mississippi, the great state of Mississippi. Played some college football there. Went on to Mississippi State, was a GA there for a few years, and got hired at a school called Jackson Prep, which is very similar to Fort Worth Christian in Jackson, Mississippi. And came out here. I chased my now fiance out here. So,
congratulations.
Thank you. Went to North Forney last year. You know, it's a UIL school, it's a 5A school, and it's very kind of overwhelming. You know, you have around 2,000 students out there, and your classes are around 40 to 45 kids. And I grew up in a Christian school atmosphere. My father's the head of school at Madison Ridgeland Academy, which is the largest private school in Mississippi, and that's what I was used to. You know, that's where it's what I wanted to be a part of, in that atmosphere. So last year I called around to a lot of schools, and fortunately, you know, I'm blessed to be here. And,
we're blessed to have you, Coach.
Yeah,
and
it's been great.
Man, we're excited about what the future is going to hold. So let's talk a little bit about homecoming, right? I know we're going to project a huge win, you know, coming this weekend over at Legacy. I know the fandom is excited about that, guys. Make sure you bring your raincoats and jackets out there. But it's going to be a big week for us. But homecoming coming up on November the 1st. Everybody needs to mark their calendar. November 1st is homecoming. It's going to be a huge day. Parade at 1 o'clock. I think we're going to have, over 100 kids out there probably running around up in this parade. It's going to be something to see. So make sure you come and support all of our homecoming court nominees and the band and everybody that's going to make the parade possible at 1 o'clock. Also, pep rally. Big deal. Pep rally, 2 o'clock. A homecoming pep rally is always huge at FWC. And, of course, we've got the game versus Prince of Peace, Barrelfield here at 7:30. Guys, it's been my pleasure to be with you guys this morning, and good luck this week, and we look forward to a win and talking about a big Cardinal win coming up next week.
Yes, sir.
As always, let's go Cardinals.
Cardinals.